I like media days. Do I ever? College football's coming soon. I don't know if the countdown's on for you. Not on for me, but we'll talk about it. Deion Sanders met the media. He's hanging on. He's hanging on to relevance, trying to keep the shine on. Is still the coach of the Colorado Buffaloes, which I think I got to wait to see wrong there, Coco. We have to check that I didn't think he'd be the coach of Colorado for this many years. He met the media and he decided this seems like a good opportunity to reestablish myself as the talking head and the voice of all college coaches everywhere because I am Coach Prime. And therefore, when I talk about certain issues, you're going to totally EF Hutton me. And so he covered a panoply of conversations and of topics. And what was interesting, as he's entering his third year in Colorado and he's at the Big 12 Media Day, he wanted to talk about some of the things that bothered him. So, for example, he wants a salary cap in college football. He wants there to be transfer portal investigations and NFL rules to be implemented at the college level. He literally said, we got to have a salary cap because it's going crazy. Nobody knows where it's going to land, Deion said, where it's going to end. You have so many different doors. Here's what he's talking about. And I totally get it because I've been preaching to the choir. When you are the coach of a college football program, you know it's not about you when in fact that was your biggest advantage. The reason why having Coach Prime as a coach is that people are attracted to, hey, I want to be associated with Coach Prime. I want to play for Coach Prime. The fact that it can be in Colorado, bonus. Except Coach Prime walks into a room, and do you know what the players do when they look at Coach Prime? They say, where's that necklace you used to wear? This is where, Coca, side note, if we had the production budget of Pablo Torre finds out, there would be a picture on the Nothing Person with David Samson YouTube page right now of Coach Prime when he was a player. He wore that big $ gold necklace. I may be getting that wrong, but I don't think I am. I can sort of picture that picture. But anyway, Coach Prime walks into a room, and what a player does is they look at him and they say, thanks for being here. Love the fact that you're Deion Sanders. Super cool. Do you mind signing this in your Heisman pose? Appreciate that. But show me the money. So the advantage that a coach would have, like Nick Saban, who said, oh my God, I lost my advantage. I'm going to resign. Coach Prime said, wait a minute. Where's my advantage? We got to change the rules because I don't want to resign. So let's just put a salary cap in. He also said that in his mind, that if a player gets offers from different schools and they're not even in the portal, he wants the portal rules to be very clear. That either you're in the portal or you're not in the portal. Except what Deion forgot to understand is that what NIL did was create this free agency, this concept of free agency, where the transfer portal, while it's the most crowded it's ever been, no one knows anything. Are you in the portal? Are you out of the portal? Are you going to be in the portal? What date is the portal open? What date is it closed? Do I have an NIL deal? Can I get out of the NIL deal? Will I get sued if I get out of the NIL deal? All these things are happening. The reality is that you're in the wild, wild west. And what Prime is saying is, wouldn't it be great if we just put some rules in place that made it super clear so I could go back to breaking the rules the way I break the rules, doing the things that I used to do in order to make a difference and effectuate change. And by the way, then it can be Coach Prime again. College football has a situation. The situation they have is that they've got to figure this out because the more coaches that come out on media days impugning the current system, the current rules, the very system that everyone was crying for, that everyone wanted, it is a surefire leading indicator of systemic change. College football is going to continue to have change, and I don't mean at the macro level. Hey, let's have 18 CFP teams, or let's make it 11. Let's do a tournament with 4 byes. Let's have Mark, the commissioner, talk about, hey, the Big 12, we're going to combine with the Big Easy and the Big East, and we're going to form a super conference and then a super PAC. That's all noise. I'm talking about there's going to be, whether it's through the legislature, either state or federal, whether it's through the NCAA, whether it's through the new enforcement bureau being led by the former MLB head of investigations, there is going to be systemic change in college football because what is happening now is the end of college football. And nobody wants that.